Hello, this is a quick demo of Astro. I'm gonna showcase a small setup. And so first thing first, what is Astro? You probably know since you're on this video, but it's a Discord bot I made for temporary voice channels and voice roles. I'm gonna get to that. You can find the website at astro-bot.space, and to add the bot to your server, you can quickly click add to server here. Let's go ahead and do it. Yes, we're gonna add it to index, continue, authorize. Alright, so once we invited the bot, it will open for us the dashboard for your server, and if you go on Discord, you can see the bot has been added, and it gave you a quick description of what it does and a quick guide to set it up. You can actually set it up with a basic setup using the green button if you want, but we're gonna go and do that manually. So let's go on the dashboard. If you don't end up here for some reason and you're still in the home page, you can click on your profile, servers, and here you can manage all your servers. You can click index. So let's go ahead and first thing first, let's create a category where we're gonna have all our voice stuff talking. So let's move this up. Okay, where we create a generator first thing first, which is the channel that allows you to get temporary voice channels. So it got created. You will see it at the top of your server. So let's move this into the talking voice category. Now here you can change all the settings of the generator. There are like so many. So many. We're gonna just use the basic ones. So the name, you can change the name of the temporary voice channels that get generated, a bunch of other name conditions. I'm gonna set the category to talking, which is important, and then we're gonna keep things default for now. Some really cool settings are the utility ones. You got, for example, the queue mode. So I'm not gonna tell you what it does, but like check it out because it's kind of useful. Now let's also enable, actually let's give this a go. I will not be able to talk in the microphone when I'm in the channel, so I'm gonna show you really quick that it creates the temporary voice channel. Alright, pretty straightforward. Now let's enable waiting rooms and private text chats. So what they do, a waiting room is simply a voice channel that people join saying that they're waiting to join your voice channel. And then a private text chat is a text chat that is visible only to the people inside of your voice channel. And to make this a bit more reasonable, let's set the default state to locked. So let's see what happens now. I forgot to set the categories, so let's go ahead and set the categories for the waiting rooms and the temporary text chat. Let's go like that. Okay, so as you saw, we got 3 channels created. One is the temporary voice channel, the other is a waiting room, and you are able, if you are the owner of the temporary voice channel, to drag people from the waiting room to your channel. And then a text chat was created. Now let's go ahead and give the users a way to edit their channel. Right now you can use slash commands. So you can do like slash name to change your voice channel name, or I don't know, slash limit to change the user limit, but this is kind of not really quick to use, so we can go and create an interface. An interface is a simple message that allows you to edit your voice channel settings. Okay, so as you can see, this is the interface. You got a lot of buttons to do a lot of things. So you can lock your channel, you can invite people, you can kick people from your channel, you can rename it. Let me show you a rename example. And you can see the name changed. Good. Now you can modify this interface with slash interface edit. And you can edit the button order, the buttons that are there, the channel, the message. So for example, we can update the title of the interface saying this is sick title. Good, and now you'll see this title right here. So you can go around and play with it. Now, next feature is voice roles. Interfaces, you cannot set them up from the dashboard yet. So let's go to voice roles now. Voice roles are kind of cool. They allow you to give a temporary role to people in voice channels. First, let me disable the waiting rooms and the private text chats, as we don't need those anymore. So let's create a voice role, and we're gonna say that all the people that join the generator or a temporary voice channel are gonna get the voice chatting role, and the rest we keep it default. So we got this voice role. You can manage the settings in it. But what this does is basically when we join the generator or when we join a temporary voice channel now, we will get a role saying we are in a voice chat. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so as you saw, when I joined, I had the voice channeling role, and now I don't anymore. When I was doing this demo, I forgot to add the bot role to Astro, and it didn't have permissions to assign roles. So if you actually go here in the errors of the dashboard, you will see all the errors that Astro encountered when working in your server, and it's the one I got. Then last feature is templates. What are templates? Templates are really nice in my opinion if you have like a gaming server or any other kind of server that has lots of use cases, and you can create pre-configured settings for temporary voice channels. So let's say I have a gaming server and I want to create a template for people doing 3v3 on Rocket League. So I'm gonna call this 3v3 Rocket League. Okay. We're gonna say that when this template is applied, the name of the voice channel is gonna be 3v3 off and the user nickname, and it's gonna set a user limit of 3. Okay. So now what the users can do is that when they're inside a temporary voice channel that they own, they can use the /template command or the template button to apply that. Let me show you. So as you saw, we applied the 3v3 Rocket League template, and the name changed and the user limit changed. And you can really get creative with templates and do a lot of setups. For example, in the Astro server, I got I think a bunch of templates, and let's see, it's gonna provide this. Yeah, I have like one for Overwatch, one for Rocket League, one for every kind of mainstream game, and it all applies different settings. So it's pretty cool. But this is kind of it. I think I showed you the main features around. What you can do is you can go into guides if you need help with anything. Those guides are really well done, and they explain all the possible settings, how to do everything you probably need to do ever with Astro, and they're well written. I've written them myself. So if you don't know something, feel free to check out the guides or join the Astro support server where I answer your doubts and questions. And then, there is also a premium version. You can unlock it here, but the free version will allow you to do a lot of things for free. You probably need the ultimate setup only if you have like a professional server with like lots and lots of channels and other things. And the best thing of all of this is that it's actually all open source. If you click on this GitHub button, you're gonna go to the source code. This is the Astro source code, the actual Discord bot, and you can also see the dashboard source code here. You can self-host it whatever you want, and how I deploy it on my Kubernetes server is all in here. And so yeah, if you don't want to pay for premium, or if you want to check how your data is used, everything is in GitHub. All the code, it's all here. Right, I think this is it. I hope you got a quick overview of how Astro works, and have a good day.